This is an old book. This, as you can see, the condition of this book is pretty messed up. This book is pretty messed up because pages from the front and from the back has been ripped off, and the cover page has been ripped off as well. But I'm still keeping this book with me. I'm still trying to preserve this book as much as I can. This book holds a pretty significant significance in my life. This book has significant effect in my life. This book played a vital role in in my journey of learning English, and that's why I am still keeping this book. I still treasure this book. I still cherish this book. I still hold this book to my heart because I'm passionate about English, and this book helped me a lot to improve my English, to level up my English. So this is a pretty significant book for me. I have learned so many things from this book. I have learned different kinds of things from these books that just helped me a lot to level up my English from here to there. And that's why I hold this book dear to my heart. As I told you, I'm pretty passionate about learning English. I'm pretty passionate about teaching English. So I love to learn things about English. I love to teach things about English. So actually, I'm pretty passionate about languages, but specifically, I'm passionate about English, and this book helped me a lot to learn English. From this book, I learned 2,300 verbs with their meaning and forms, and I've also learned approximately 1,300, 1,300 idioms and phrases. From this book, I've also learned group verbs or phrasal verbs, 400, about 400 phrasal verb or group verbs from this book. I've also learned basic grammatical topics or necessary grammatical topics from this book. So this book holds a pretty significant significance in my life, and that's why I still try to preserve this book. This book is pretty helpful, I think. The name of the book is Advanced Learners Communicative English Grammar and Composition, authored by Hossain and Chowdhury and Hossain. So shout out to them because they produced something that's really helpful. But I know this book is pretty popular in our locality. Most of the teachers refer their students to buy this book, and that's most of the students in our locality buy this book, Advanced Learners Communicative English Grammar and Composition. So you can learn so many things from this book, but most of the students can't learn anything from can't learn so much or can't learn that much thing from this book because they just want to pass in the examination. They just want to cut up a brilliant figure in the examination, and they act accordingly. They don't try to learn English. They just try to cut a good figure in the examination, and they just follow different suggestions and things. But this book contains many elements which can be helpful in terms of spoken English, or in terms of getting good at English. So if you really want to get good at English, this book can help you. But newer version, this is an older version, and newer. I also, as I hold this book dear to me, so I wanted to keep a hold of this book, and that's why I bought a new one. I bought this one, but what I found out is the contents that I've learned from this book, like verbs, 2,300 verbs, 1,300 idioms and phrases, 400 phrasal verbs. Those things are not. Those contents has been shrunk. They decrease the elements from those topics. Like probably in the verb chapter, there are in newer version there are probably 2 or 3 hundred verbs, and in the idiom and phrases chapter probably there are 2 or 300 idioms and phrases, and in the phrasal verb chapter there are probably group verb chapter there are probably 200 or about 200 phrasal verbs there, group verbs there. So the elements have been lessened. Probably the student, the author, has lessened the elements of this chapter because most of the student don't even look into those chapters, and that's why they probably lessen the elements, lessen the contents of the chapters. But in the older version book, there were many more contents in those chapters. There were many more words in those chapter, but right now they just lessen the amount because students don't want to study them. Probably that's why they did that. But I think this is a pretty helpful book.